Good day, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of Rolling in Crypto. Glad to see everybody here today. Today, we are going to be talking about security. The disclaimer, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own research. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only, and it's just my opinion for what that's worth. For those of you that follow me, you have heard me speak of securing your information, and that is your private seed or your private keys, your passwords. You can write down your blockchain codes and your wallets, or just copy and paste them into your notepad and then print that off and then delete that from your computer. We also spoke about hardware wallets, and I never really gave it much thought. I knew it was just a basically like a thumb drive. You store the information on the thumb drive. That way it is not stored on your computer. So if your computer is ever hacked, they can't get that information because it's on a thumb drive, not connected to the internet. Pretty smart idea. There are some more sophisticated ones out there, like Trezor and Ledger, if I have the names correctly, which require a password to get the information off of. So if somebody were to break in your house and steal your thumb drive, they could have access to all of your crypto information. But if they steal your hardware wallet, it needs a password to get in. That brings us to the problem. Just watched a video last night of a guy who bought some crypto years early, and then didn't put much money in, but as crypto is known to do, it has exploded, and now he has quite a bit of money on this Trezor device. Well, the problem was him and another friend bought the coins together. The friend set up the password, didn't give it to the other friend, and once the coins hit a certain amount, they're like, hey, let's sell these. And the guy could not remember the 4-digit password. And with those devices, there is a limited amount of attempts that you can put in the code before the device locks up. And I don't know if it locks up permanently or what it is, but it locks up. And from what the video said, it locks up and you have no other chances to get in once you've used all your chances. Very scary stuff. Now, I have talked about putting your information on a paper wallet and making multiple copies of it and storing it in multiple different places. Now, there are issues with that. Paper degrades over time. Of course, it can be burnt, but these hardware wallets can be destroyed in fires, stolen. I mean, if somebody comes into your house that knows anything about crypto and they see this Trezor laying by your computer, they know that's crypto. And believe me, it isn't hard for thieves to find other thieves on the internet anymore. They get on, find a hacker. Well, that's exactly what this guy did, is he found a hacker to break into the Trezor. So he contacted this guy, and what this guy did was he bought another Trezor device. Trezor, that's difficult for me to say, but Trezor. Bought another Trezor device and basically practiced hacking into it. And at one point, he kind of accidentally figured out a way to get in. He was taking steps, but he accidentally kind of figured out. He said, whoa, I did it, but I don't remember how I did it. So he went back and retraced his steps, and eventually he's like, yes, I'm pretty sure that I can get in. He goes, but the problem is when I hack into one of these and break these devices apart, you only have one attempt to make this happen. So, and there was $2 million worth of crypto on this device, and both guys were nervous. He wanted to succeed, and the other guy wanted to succeed to get his money. And then I'm sure he had to pay this guy a pretty hefty sum, because like I say, he had a couple months of work into it. And I would expect at least a 10% finder's fee. So both guys come out good. He gets his money, and the other guy gets paid for getting his money. Well, in the end, he was successful at cracking this device, which kind of made me think about, well, what happens if you lose the device, or if the device is burnt in a fire, or if the device is stolen? what can you do? Well, there are actually a few things you can do. One, you can hire a hacker and hack in. Two, if you were smart, you wrote your information down in 3 copies in 3 different places so you could access the device, the hardware device, the hardware wallet. I don't know why people don't write down their passwords, but it's just, it's, a lot of people think, oh, I use the same password all the time. And then, 5, 6, 7 years later, they start using a different password. And they're like, oh, was that, I don't know if you're anything like me, but I have hundreds of passwords, hundreds of them. And I can't even possibly remember, I don't even remember the password to my email account, let alone my crypto accounts. So those are all stored securely. But what if somebody steals the device or it gets destroyed? Well, if you've got your stuff written down, you can get another hardware device and put your seed phrases and your password into that and recover it. Or you can go to a software wallet online, put in your seed phrase and your password and recover it into a software wallet, I believe. So there are ways, but once again, it goes back to, well, you have to store your information aside from, the hardware wallet. Well, are you storing that on paper? Well, in my case, yes, we store some stuff on paper. We store stuff other ways. But there is a stainless steel laser cut wallet, which permanently engraves the information. So it can't be erased. It can't be destroyed in a fire. It's essentially permanent. Now, once again, it can be lost. It can be stolen. If somebody dies and you don't have information of where all this stuff is, that money is lost. Especially in a single people, if a single individual doesn't have a will and says, hey, here's my information. If they die, that crypto goes, it's wasted. Nobody can inherit it because they don't know how to get it. Trouble. So what do you do? Well, and once again, I really believe in the 3 separate places to store your information, printed in bold on good stock quality paper. One's in a bank deposit or a security box at your bank. One is at your home in a safe, if you have a safe, or hidden in a safe place where nobody would look to find it. And then another one is at somebody's you trust. Now, I have heard of even encrypting the stuff on your paper. So here's an idea how to encrypt that. You have a word that is a symbol. And let's just say the symbol is a star with a smiley face around it. Every time you see that symbol, that word is bank. So if your 12-word, or if your password is a certain amount of numbers, and then you have that symbol there, it's bank. Nobody will think, okay, well, that's a symbol. Where is it on the keyboard? They're not thinking that it's a word. And now you have that. But the problem is, once again, what if you forget what that symbol is? Then you need another piece of paper that says, hey, this symbol, and if you die, nobody else knows what that symbol is. So I like different places with my coding, using some hardware wallets, but backing up that information on paper in 3 different places. I really do like the idea of the laser cut stainless steel wallet. And I believe it's called, I actually have something written down here. Let's take a look at it. It's called the Bill Fodl, and it uses stainless steel, and it's laser cut, and it can recover. You can store your seed phrase on there, your private key. You can lose your wallet and still access your funds if you have the seed phase. And if someone else gets your seed phase, they can steal your funds. This affordable but yet rock solid backup tool is relied on by the largest crypto companies such as Coinbase and Ledger for internal operations. It's American designed. Lock up your recovery seed on Bill Fodl. Never lose your crypto. Now, this isn't an advertisement. We're not endorsed by them. We're not selling them. This is just an opportunity that I saw is a good way to prevent your information from being destroyed in a flood. If you live in hurricane areas, if you live in earthquake areas, you know, if all of your stuff is in your house and your house gets destroyed, well, everything's gone. But this potentially could survive because it's on stainless steel. Something that I just came across with that you can record 12, 18, and 24 word recovery seeds. I did not know that yet. Had not come. Only one I've ever seen was a 12-word recovery phase. So that was kind of information to me. A large assortment of laser engraved tiles. Its stainless steel body is strong but lightweight and compact. Store it in a small home safe or transport it easily. Use steel. Never worry again about your seed phrase. Why take chances with flimsy materials when you can record your recovery seed on American design marine grade stainless steel? And just like I've told you, paper and ink and pencil corrode over time. Copy phrase into billfolding and never worry about it again. So this, to me, is possibly a good solution. Not the only. It's not the one. You know, it's not the silver bullet. I still think you need to put stuff down on paper, or maybe have 3 of these. And to cover your rear end as your portfolio grows in crypto. You know, you really don't want to leave it to chance. But you know, they're not going to get me. It's not going to happen to me this time. Well, it happens. To get back to, if you lose your if you lose your hardware wallet, there are, like I say, there are ways to get it. And I've got some stuff here on the screen that you can see how to recover it. But there you have it. It's, you know, it's scary out there, ladies and gentlemen. You know, crypto in itself is risky enough without actually being successful or not successful and having your stuff lost, or worse, stolen. I don't know. I think having it lost is worse. That would haunt me forever. Or at least there'd be nobody to blame but myself if I lost all my information. And, you know, every day I think about what are some safer ways. Well, with the 3 system is good. You know, if I could do it in 4 places, I would. You know, 5's even better. So if you have 5 places that you trust that you know you can access, and, you know, maybe if you do have a will, you can put this information in a will for your loved ones, just in case they don't have a clue of where your stuff's at. And I have not done that, but I think I need to do it because, you know, my loved ones would be at a loss if I were to pass away. They would have literally no idea what to do with my little bit of crypto, but I still don't want to lose it. Well, I hope this has helped you out. I hope this has opened your eyes to, you know, there's nothing foolproof out there. There's always something that can happen, and you know, if something bad can happen, it usually does. And so protect yourself, protect your money, do your own research, and you too will be rolling in crypto.